here. There we go. Okay, let's stand on up. And everyone find your playlist, start that baby up. Let me see here. It's called Newest Barre. Okay, so I just started my music. Before we start to move, I just want to make sure it's 10:31. Yeah. I want to make sure that you can't hear my music. So just a sec here. It's going to cue on here in a minute. Will someone just jump on if, like Madeline or Kristen, will one of you jump on if you can hear my music too loud and let me know? So I don't want you guys to be able to hear my music. Okay, thanks, Chris. Okay, here we go. Let's do it. All right, so let's bring our feet about hip width distance. And we'll start by taking some deep breaths. Sweep your arms up on your next in-breath. And then forward fold, soft bend into your knees, come down. Sweep back up, arms come up overhead. Then forward fold, soft bend in your knees. Couple more times just like that. Breathe in, reach high. And fold, come down. Rise all the way up. This time stay right here. Keep your arms lifted up towards the ceiling and then melt your feet down towards your mat. So we're in a squat position now. Let's just find a little lift and lower. So lift up an inch and lower down an inch. Lift up, lower down. Good. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Moving with your beat or with my cues, either way is good. So at this point, you don't want to stick your booty out too far. You want to be tucked in just a little bit. Inhale, exhale. Last 5, 4, 3, 2. We're going to start to increase our range of motion here. So stand all the way up. Sweep your arms back and then sit down. Squat, lift, and squat, lift, squat, lift. Take up space with your arms. Really open up through the chest. Maybe get your booty a little bit closer to your mat each time you come down. Last 5, 4, 3, 2. And then hold your squat position on 1. Hold it here. Good, bring your arms out, palms face up. All right, from here, we're gonna turn towards our right side. Bring your hands together and come into carousel horse position. Then come back through center, back to squat, open up the palms. And then come opposite side, turn towards your left carousel horse. So both legs come 90 degrees. And then back through center, and let's start to move to your own beat. So you come side, center, side, center. Yeah, really windmilling the arms open and closed. Good, and then maybe starting to speed it up here a little bit. Open, close, cardio. Feeling those sides. Last 5, 4, 3, 2. Come back through center on 1. Hold it here. Widen out through your stance. So horse pose, hold. Palms face up. One more big breath in here. Sink a little more on your exhale. Draw your hands together at heart center and lift your right heel, lower. Lift left, lower, right, left, right, left, right, left. Really use your breath here. Sink a little lower if you can. Last 5, 4, 3, 2. And one, forward fold, bring your feet about hip width distance, ragdoll pose. Grab opposite elbows, sway from side to side, take some deep breaths. Just let your elbows hang heavy down towards your mat. Really relax the crown of your head down. Good, and then roll up one vertebrae at a time. Come all the way to standing. All right, from here, stack your forearms and bring your feet about hip width distance, soft bend in your knees. And we'll start to pull one knee up and then the other. Pull, 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 pull. Think keeping those elbow points lifted and really drawing the knees up to meet the elbow points instead of drawing the elbows down to meet the knees. Lift, 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 lift. Keep going with the knees, lift the arms straight up towards the ceiling. Lift, lift. Maybe consider getting those knees up even higher now. Lift, lift, lift. Let's start to pull down with the arms. Pull, pull, pull. So pulling down as you lift the knee up. Pull, 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 pull. Let's start to add in some rotation here. So drawing opposite elbow, opposite knee. Really twist. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come back through center, reach the arms high. And come down squat position. Good, hold your squat position, this time only moving the arms. Pulse the arms straight back, pulse, pulse, pulse. So static hold through the legs. Think deep in your breath. Squeeze those shoulder blades down your back. Shoulders down away from ears. 5, 4, 3, 2. Forward fold on 1. Plank pose. Sit back and hold your plank pose. All right, mountain climbers, draw your right knee in, back, draw left, back, right, back, left, back, right, left, right, left. Yeah, and you can keep this pace or even speed it up more. Last 10. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Downward facing dog. Pedal it out. Bring one heel down, then the other. Take some deep breaths. Good. Lift your right leg up towards the ceiling. And then bend your knee and open up through your hip. Straighten out your leg, 3-leg dog, and then hug your knee into nose. Hold it there. Round your spine. Start to tap the knee down to your mat, and then round and lift straight back up. Start to move to your tempo of your music. Lower, lift, lower, lift. Think cow, cat, cow, cat. 5, 4, 3, 2. Step all the way through on 1, and then bend and straighten through your front leg a few times. And then hold your lunge position, plant both of your hands to your mat. Leave your left hand down and peel your right arm open for twist. Lift your gaze towards your right palm. Come back to plank pose. Let's do some push-ups here. So option to come down to the knees, or you can keep the knees lifted. Bring your hands directly under shoulders. Chaturanga push-ups. We're gonna bend 90 degrees to the elbows and then press it back up. And you can keep a nice slow pace or start to move to your beat. Lift, lower, lift, lower, lift, lift. Now you can always modify by coming to knees and decreasing your range of motion. So you choose a form of this exercise that works for your body. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, downward facing dog. Lift your left leg up towards the ceiling. Bend your knee and stack open through your hips. Back to 3-leg dog, shift forward, knee to nose. So then find that tap motion, tap, lift. Move with the beat of your music, lower, lift, lower, lift, lift. So this action's coming from the core. Draw navel into spine, really squeeze the core as you lift the knee up. For 3, 2, and 1. Step the left foot through, melt your hips, low lunge, and then bend and straighten through that front leg. I forgot to mention this class, I put it on the schedule as 45 minutes. So just so you know, it's only gonna be 45 minutes today. If you wanna take a longer Shavasana or something at the end, you can do that. Figured it was a little more doable time slot for people that have kids at home or yeah, what have you. All right, keep that bend through the front leg, plant your right hand, and then open up through the left arm. Lift your gaze to your palm. Breathe. Come back to plank pose. But this time come down to forearms. Hold steady right here. So navel to spine. We're gonna shift forward and back. So come on to tippy toes and then press your heels back. Shift forward and back. Inhale forward. Exhale back. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale, hold back, float your right foot off your mat. Find a little pulse, kick through that heel, lift, 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 lift. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, stay strong, opposite side. Lift the left heel up, kick back through the heel, and pulse. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, quick child's pose. Take a rest, take a drink of water if you need it. And then we'll meet standing up and grab a hold of your hand weights and start to get into that upper body. All right. You ladies are looking good. See some of you. See Maddie, Lindley. All right, cool. Yeah, okay. So we're gonna start in first position with the feet. So bring your heels together, weights in hands. And then releve up, so bring your heels up. Come onto your tippy toes. And then draw your elbow points in and face the weights face up, right? Okay, so from here, bend your legs diamond shape. Open the arms straight out to the sides. Good, stay lifted through the crown of your head. Slightly tuck your tailbone in and under, so you don't wanna be here, you wanna be here. Good, and then come back up to standing. Squeeze your elbow points in. Come back down, diamond shape, open the arms. And then stand it up. But keep a nice slow pace. And lift. Slow, controlled movements. Open, lift, open, lift. Really squeeze your booty at the top. So the tendency might be here to kind of round forward. You want to stay nice and lifted, open through your chest. Last 5, 4, 3, 2. Hold it low on 1. Let's pulse here. So lift the arms up an inch and come down the legs an inch. Pulse. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release. Shake it out. Roll out through the shoulders. All right. So from here, let's come into a lunge position, right foot forward. Step your back leg back, left leg. We're gonna come into an incline chair with the arms back. So I want you to just bend deeply into your front leg, like you're gonna try to look out over the edge of a cliff. Yeah, hinge forward from the hips. So one straight line all the way from the crown of your head to your back heel. Weights come back behind you. Let's start with a little pulse here. Lift, lift, lift. Navel up and into spine. Lift, lift. You can keep your gaze down at your front foot. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Draw your hands together at heart center. Carousel horse. So lower your back knee down and then extend the arms straight out in front of you. Let's pulse right here. So lowering that back knee down to your mat, then pulsing the arms straight forward. Lift, 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 lift. Strong through the core, shoulders back and down, stacked over your hips. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Chair pose. Step in, sink low. All right, so round forward slightly here like you're holding a beach ball, and you're kind of sitting the seat back this time, and arms come out in front of you. Then from here, let's stand all the way up, and then open the arms, squeeze the elbow points back behind you, and then come back down, fly. So open and close. Open, close. Try to keep those arms up. Open, close. Big breath in as you come up. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Stand all the way up, shake it out. All right, same thing, opposite side. So I'm gonna step forward with the left foot this time, coming into that incline lunge position. Hinging forward, nice deep bend into the front knee. Let's get into those triceps. So find that little pulse, pulse, pulse. Press firmly through your front heel. Try to bend your front leg parallel to your mat. Pulse, 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 pulse. So you decide how much you want to be engaged through those triceps. I challenge you to really squeeze, keep those arms lifted. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hands at heart center. Drop your back knee, carousel horse. Arms go out in front. Same thing here. Find that little pulse, 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 pulse. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come up to standing, shake out those arms. Whew, all right, we're done with the weights, so ditch the weights. We're gonna stretch it out before we start to move a little more at the bar. So I want you to bring your feet about hip width distance and just find a twist from side to side. Soft bend into the knees. All right, we're gonna do one more cardio move before we go to the bar. So we're gonna just start with a little kick forward, alternating the legs. So you're bringing in some plyo movement here. Hopping, or you can just be step, 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 step. All right, start to make your movements even bigger. Really kick, kick. And you can do whatever you want, whatever feels fun with the arms. Maybe dance party. Take up space, have fun. Get your kids involved if you have them at home. Or get your dog involved, or your boyfriend. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, come on up to your waist-high surface. Grab a sip of water if you need it, or coffee. I'm drinking coffee. All right. So to make this as simple as I can, knowing that we don't all have a similar surface, or we might not have something that works super great, but let's just all do our best. So we're gonna come with either hand, it doesn't matter, either hand on the waist-high surface, and then bring your opposite arm out to the side. All right, from here, click your heels together, first position, and then releve, lift up. Good, all right, from here, we're gonna come halfway down, hold halfway down, and then pulse the knees back. So before we start to pulse, check in with posture, lift it through the crown, open through the chest, and start to pulse the knees straight back. Open, 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 open. Squeeze, squeeze, keep that arm up. Maybe consider getting just a little bit lower here. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, and then hold on 1. From here, lower your hips all the way down towards your heels. But then come halfway back up to standing, and then all the way up. So it's 4 movements, so it's lower, lower down even more all the way. Lift up halfway, and then lift up all the way. So let's start to move a little quicker. Lift, lift, lower, lower, lift, lift. Now there's a definite tendency here to start to come forward through the chest and upper body, but you want to stay really lifted. Like the upper body's not moving, it's straight up. Lower, lower, lift, lift. Again, choose your range of motion that works for you. Last 5, 4, 3, 2. Hold halfway down, hold. Bring that outer arm up. All right, let's start to tick-tock the hips to left, to the right, left, right, left, right. All right, we're gonna start to move down. 2, 3, 4, lift it up. 2, 3, this one always gets me. Let's do one more round, low, lower, 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 and lift, 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 come up. Whew, let's stretch it out. Feeling those thighs? Draw one heel in towards your seat. Take a big deep breath. Option to come into dancer pose. And then switch out the legs. Really squeeze that heel in towards your seat. Feel that nice opening along the thigh. Then as you're ready, dancer pose. And then come all the way back up. All right, we're gonna do one more side move here, and then we'll start to hit the booty. So we're gonna turn to face towards our surface, whatever that surface might be, and just come about forearms distance away from it. Bring your feet about hip width distance. How you guys can see me this, there we go. So hip width distance in the feet, just soft touch on your surface, and then releve, come up onto tippy toes. So you don't wanna be, obviously you don't have a bar, so you don't wanna be pulling back. You just wanna sit straight down, just so that you can support yourself enough just by a light touch on your surface. Good, and then from here, see how low you can get through the legs. We'll start by lifting up an inch and then down an inch, so mini pulse. Lower, lift, lower, lift, lower, lift, lift. So there's a slight tuck of the tailbone here, slightly pushing the pelvis forward, bringing pubic bone towards your ribs. Lift, lift. 5, 4, 3, 2. Let's increase our range of motion. Stand all the way up. Feel that relief. Big breath in, and then come back down, squat. Good, lift it up and lower. Lift all the way up, lower, lift. Now if it's too much to stay on your tippy toes, come down to your heels. It's all good. Just do a simple squat here. Last 5, 4, 3, 2. Hold it low on 1. This is our final move. Lift both heels, and then drop your right heel, lift. Drop left heel, lift. Right, left, right, left. So pedaling out through the heels. Drop that seat as much as you can. I haven't done a bar class for a while, I don't think, so this is extremely painful. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come all the way up. Shake out those legs. Stretch it out. Woo. All right, we're done with thighs. We're gonna start to hit the back side. All right, here we go. So you're gonna come up to your surface and then step away. So you're gonna have to kind of reach for your surface. So your hips pitch forward just a little bit. And then extend your right leg back behind you. And point your toe, square your hips. So you want your right hip bone pointing down, you want your knees straight down to the floor. And lift that leg as high as you can without using the low back. You wanna use the right glute. And then we're gonna tap the foot down and then lift. Tap, lift. If you bend your elbows a little here, it'll give you a little more space. So lift the leg up a little higher, feel a little bit more burn. Yeah, or you can come to forearms at your surface, depending on how high it is. You can put a soft bend into your standing leg, lower, lift, lower, lift. Last 5, 4, 3, 2. Hold your leg up on 1. All right, we're gonna side crunch. So draw your right knee to your right tricep. Really crunch it in. But then extend your legs straight back. Like crunch, lengthen, crunch, lengthen, crunch, lengthen. See if you can use your breath here. So exhaling as you crunch in and inhaling as you find extension. Last 5, 4, 3, 2. Hug the knee in on 1, pulse to the finish here. So pulse, pulse, like you're trying to squeeze it up to touch your tricep. Lift, lift, lift. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Step your right foot forward and then lunge your left leg back. Just take a moment to breathe here. This should feel good. Melt your hips down. And then straighten both legs and fold. Yeah, and you might walk your hands over to the side and take a wide-legged forward fold. Maybe shimmy your hips a little side to side. Maybe find a little side to side lunge here. I just want you to move in a way that feels good. That's opening and stretchy and releasing some tension. So yeah, no wrong way to do this, no right way. Alrighty, let's come on back up. All right, how are we doing for time here? Okay, we got 15 minutes. 5 of that is gonna be rest. So with that said, let's power through these next 10 minutes. So come back to face towards your surface. Step away again so that you have to kind of reach. And already engage into your core there. Lift your left leg back behind you this time. Take a moment for some awareness of your posture. So left hip down, left knee down, point your foot. So start that tap. Tap the floor, lift, tap, lift. And you can bend your elbows. That might make it a little harder. Or come to forearms. Really squeeze the booty at the top. Soft bend into your standing leg. Navel to spine. Last 5, 4, 3, 2. Hold your leg up on 1. Side crunch, bend your knee to tricep, really squeeze it in, and then extend it straight back. Let's start to move to a tempo that works for you or with the beat of your music. Crunch, back, crunch, back. Last 5, 4, 3, 2. Hold it in on 1, crunch, 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 crunch. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Left foot steps forward, lunge. Step your right foot back. That should feel good. And you can shift a little forward or back. And then straighten through your front leg. Bring in any side to side movements that feel good. Just stretching kind of every which way through the legs. All right. Amazing work, guys. Okay, we are done with our bar for now. And let's come back to our mat. Grab those hand weights. Let's do some core work here. All right, so let's all come into a seated position, feet forward. Plant your feet hip width distance, and then grab your weights. Extend your weights straight forward. And then open up through your chest, so you don't want to be rounded here. You want to stay nice and lifted, and then come about halfway down. And you want to tuck tailbone, so again, pubic bone towards your rib cage a little bit through your low belly and back. All right, from here, draw one side back and press the other forward. So create length, like you're drawing a bow and arrow back. And then come right back through center. Switch sides, pull, and center. Pull, center. And you might start to speed up here. Pull, 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 pull. You can do this without weights too. You might even start to add in the knees here a little bit. So crunching same knee as the arm that comes back. Crunch, 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 crunch. Use your breath here, really exhale as you twist. Last 5, 4, 3, 2. Hold to one side on one and pulse, 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 pulse. Try lifting that knee up into your chest. Lift, 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 lift. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come back through center, opposite side. Pull back, lift the knee, and pulse, 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 pulse. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come all the way down to your back. Ditch your weights. Draw your knees into your chest. Rock side to side. Take some deep breaths. And you might come into happy baby here. Could be a nice opening through your hips. All right, and let's come to tabletop the knees. So stack your knees over your hips, and then bring your feet together, bring your knees together, interlace your hands behind, then peel your shoulder blades up so you're engaged here. All right, so from here, keep the chest and upper body exactly where it is, and then keeping the knees bent, lower the toes down to the floor, and then lift straight back up to tabletop. So lower and lift. Lower and lift. And start to add in a little lift of your booty at the top. So crunch, lift your seat off your mat. Feel that lower abdominal crunch. If you want more, you might start to straighten the legs and then straighten the legs as you come up. So straighten legs and then straight legs lift. Yeah, so you can keep the knees bent or straighten out. Coming about halfway down with straight legs, and then that lower abdominal crunch at the top. Keep the hands behind your head to support the neck. Really use your breath to power your movement here. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Draw your knees in. All right, let's come into a twist. So drop your knees to one side. Bring your gaze towards the opposite side. And come back through center. Drop the knees to the opposite side for spinal twist. And release your twist. Come back through center. We're gonna do some bridge work here. So plant your feet hip width distance on your mat. And then as you're ready, lift your seat up towards the ceiling. And take a moment to really press into all 4 corners of both feet. And let's find a little pulse up. Just squeeze your seat enough to lift your hips up. So lift, 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 lift. Mini squeeze, 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 squeeze. Just notice if your knees are tending to roll open. You want to keep the knees hugged in. Last 5, 4, 3, 2. Keep going with that squeeze, but come up onto tippy toes. Pulse, 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 Pulse. Go to your edge, go to your max, really push your feet up for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower all the way down. Recline pigeon pose. Cross your right ankle over left knee. And then draw your left leg in towards you. Maybe gentle rock from side to side here. Really getting into all the little creases through the hip joint. And then as you're ready, you can switch recline pigeon on the opposite side. Let's all take a big deep breath together. So deep, deep inhale. Open your mouth, let it go. Amazing work today, ladies. Take about another minute or so for any last poses, and then I will cue you into Shavasana. So yeah, if you want to put on your Shavasana song now, if you want to grab your blankie and your pillow, maybe you want to do legs up the wall. I really love doing that at home. It's a really nice restorative way to end a class or before you go to bed, or just if you're feeling stressed. Legs up the wall is really nice. So I'm going to end with a little reading from Mark Nepo. He wrote the Book of Awakening. And today's, it's like by date, and today's is really fitting. And I've been reading it in my yoga classes too. And it's titled, Even in the Dark. Close your eyes and feel the fact of the sun. It will be there when you can see again. Inhale deeply through the part of your heart that is closed and feel the fact of love. It will be there when you can feel again. Breathe slowly through the part of you that doubts and feel the fact of life. It will be there when you can open your spirit as you did when you were born. Shavasana. See if you can lie here for the next minute, undisturbed, unmoving, like 1 minute of stillness, and I'll let you know when that minute is up, and then I'll invite you to come out. So 1 minute of stillness, just watch your breath. Maybe counting your breath here, bring in a mantra. So maybe it's a word or something that you choose for your day. I choose openness, or I choose to see the light, or I choose to be kind, or I choose compassion, whatever it is. Bring that in here. All right, ladies, it's 11:15, so feel free to lie here as long as you wish. I'm going to sign out now, so if you want to, after class or once you awaken into your body, leave me a quick chat, tell me what you liked about today's class or what I could improve on, or send me an email. And thank you. I really appreciate and love and honor each of you. So thanks again, and namaste.